Monday night, Game 3. Craig Janney went to the top shelf in beating Don Beaupre at 18:08 of the second period. It was the game-winning goal on the Bruins' 4-1 win. Tonight, the Bruins look to repeat their performance of 1988 when they beat the New Jersey Devils in 7 games to capture the Wales Conference crown. A win tonight, and the Bees will take the conference hardware for the second time in 3 years. Live from the Capitol Center in Landover, Maryland, the Bruins go for the clean sweep against the Washington Capitals and a spot in the 1990 Stanley Cup Finals. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Boston Bruins Playoff Hockey on TV 38. I'm Gene Levanchi. For the second consecutive series, the Boston Bruins are going for the sweep. Now, Montreal managed to avoid the embarrassment by winning Game 4 in Montreal before dropping Game 5. Tonight, it's the Capitals who find themselves in the win-or-else position. The Bruins, on the other hand, continue to be very businesslike and are focused for tonight's Game 4. The Bees are looking for their first playoff series sweep in 11 years. Back in 1979, Boston took the Pittsburgh Penguins down in 4 straight games. Now, if the Bruins manage to win tonight, Derek Sanderson will talk with some of the players after the game and will also set the scenario for the Stanley Cup Finals, which could start either next Tuesday or next Friday.
To the Cap Center, game number 4 of the series. Maybe golfing weather outside, but inside I think still plenty of excitement. Maybe not quite matching Game 3. We'll see about that, but the Bruins would like to close it on.
Well, most definitely, and the excitement level this year, everybody's a little apprehensive. You come home, and that's when you put all the bullets in the gun, and it just didn't work out. The Bruins played extremely well, both offensively and defensively. They did their jobs. They didn't forecheck deep. They waited for Washington to come out. That confused them a little bit. The Bruins are hitting on all 8 cylinders at this point and continue to do so tonight.
And for the Boston Bruins, an outstanding player, Craig Janney, in his 3rd season with the team out of Boston College, of course, a native of Enfield, Connecticut, and doing a tremendous job with 20 points, 3 goals, 17 assists, and simply the best assist man, the best playmaker in the league.
Right now, Craig Janney's as good as any playmaker in the league. He threads a needle. He has a tremendous vision. He gets to see players, and he cuts passes, slides them properly, moves it. When you get to pass him, Janney, you can handle it, and that's where he's dangerous. You just get that one-timer away, and he's playing extremely well offensively and carrying the load.
And, of course, he took a big hit from Hunter after scoring that goal. Turned out to be the winner in game number 3. For the Boston Bruins, I don't think we've highlighted him all year. He has been bothered by a muscle strain, but not of recent date. In the playoffs, I thought Game 5, Montreal, outstanding performance. Big Al Peterson.
Al Peterson is kind of the forgotten man on the totem pole, but he is absolutely essential to their success. We mentioned it before, not a pretty skater, but extremely effective. He's strong, he's tough, and when he plays mean, he's extremely effective. He takes the body well, clears pucks, blocked shots, got his eye, a bad cut over the eye, ripped his eye apart, and he said, oh, shook it off, got the blood, went back in the play and blocked the shot. Al Peterson is just a tough competitor, and he's a great guy as well on and off the ice. Just thankless job he does back there. Tonight we'll give him a little credit.
After the game, you were talking to Mike Milbury. We were gathered around there, and of course, sort of a focal point, overlooked in the Bruins' great victory, game number 3, Dale Hunter there, and very definitely cheap shots. You pointed out you don't see how this team can be so patient and not retaliate, that very definitely Derek Sanderson would retaliate.
I probably would have lost it a long time ago, but on many occasions on other teams that I played with, not only the Bruins, when we retaliated, we were the team that went home early. I think the discipline and the courage the Bruins are showing and not retaliating has definitely been to their benefit. They've stayed out of the box, they've minded their business. I think it's more of a conscious team thing. As long as you're in the room and the guys know that you took one for the team, didn't retaliate, stayed out of the box, and it just seems to have caught on. It seems to be a way that they're approaching the game, and it may be something new, and if it proves out successful, maybe everybody will be starting to do it.
Well, Dave Bolin and Dave Christian pointed out that Hunter is trying to fire up his team with those tactics, that they would like to have him on the team. But the point is, they were cheap shots, and he didn't get a penalty for them. I mean, okay, you want to cheap shot somebody, fine, but he did not get a penalty. When he got a penalty, he got it for holding Ray Bork's stick.
What that is up to the officials. The officials have got to call it. If they want the violence and the cheap shots taken out of hockey, then it is entirely up to the officials. It's at their power and disposal to call the penalties, put them in the box for it. That hurts that hurts your team. You do something stupid, then you're going to be penalized. But if you're not penalized, it just gets worse and worse and more blatant. And then somebody gets injured. So the officials, Denny Morrell watched this game the other night. He'll be the official tonight. We'll see how he handles it.
There was great restraint by Mike Milbury in the closing minutes. He send Lyndon Byers out and say, boy, get that fellow there in the final minute. We're ahead.
Well, I mean, everybody, you turn to Lyndon Byers. I mean, he can play the game as well. But Lyndon is definitely the premier fighter in the game. And if you're going to send somebody out, the report has been that Hunter just, he'll just turtle and stay out of it, and then you've gone out and antagonized. You're going to get the extra 2, and that hurts your hockey club. So, great restraint by Milbury and the Bruins. So things are going well. Keep it up.
Right now, national anthem, Glenn Cunningham.
And of the free and of the brave.
Denny Morrell. It'll be his duty tonight to watch all extracurricular violence. His linesmen are going to be Kevin Collins, Gord Brussiker. They have some say. Andy Moog once again gets a nod and goal for the Boston Bruins. 11-3 with a 1.91 goals against. In this series, it's a 1.33. Excellent goaltending by Andy Moog. Reggie Lemelin in the wings. Great combination, the two of them. Mike Liut is going to get the nod again for Washington. 4 wins, 3 losses, 3.35 goals against. Has the ability to Estonia. Get to him early. Fred?
Underway, Dave Poulin gets the draw. Cleared all the way down by Wesley, and the Bruins press immediately. Burridge moving in the corner. Can't get it, and out comes Alan May to be broken up by Poulin. And Ray Bourque with it now from Wesley. Wesley coming out. He takes a hit from Rob Murray, but cleared over the Caps line. Batted around, back in the Boston zone. Murray moving on Bourque as Bourque is back. Bourque for Poulin. Poulin hit by May, gets it out. Burridge, Christian, over the line. In deep goes Burridge and Langway. Behind the net, they battle. Round the boards, it goes to Kyprios. Kyprios clears it out. Stopped by Don Sweeney, who's on. He avoids a check by Alan May, and backcourt Neil Sheehy didn't play the last 2 games on defense. Intercepted by Carpenter and Langway in, puts it on net, score! As the Bruins follow up with the goal. Bobby Carpenter set up John Carter, and it's 1-0 Boston.
There's getting to him early. Nice hustle by Bobby Carpenter to anticipate the dump back. I think the Bruins' forechecking style has been confusing the Capitals for a while. Right here, Carpenter on the turn, slides, picks it off. Neil Sheehy overruns Carpenter. It slides off Carpenter's stick. Liut off Carter's knee. Kind of a fluke. I will take it.
Running by Carpenter.
Right here, Langway back there. Now Carpenter wants to get it right here to Carter. It just slides away. John got a shaft of the stick on it, not off the knee.
And Boston leads 1-0. John Carter and Bob Gould in the lineup. Peter Duras not in the lineup. Gould fires it. It deflects into the stands. And the face-off call. The Keys.
Oh, you're going to get a little tricky tonight. Get the puck up and out quickly. The Bruins passing it very well in their own end. Let the puck do the work. Don't give Washington any time to get on you. The second one, you got to watch for that seam pass coming out of the Washington end zone. You can't let them carry it out. That's what they're going to try to do, make that quick play. With both wingers standing high on the blue line and the centerman up there with them that deep as well. Gets difficult. You got that one winger moving, you got to pick him up. Third, defense. Bruins defense got to stand up. Don't give away that blue line. You'll need a forechecker coming back to do so.
And the puck out to the neutral zone, taken by Peterson now, and Bourque. Bourque off for Carpenter. Carpenter can't move with it. Bruins break it up at center ice. And a steal here, 2-on-1. Carpenter again, now with Gould, goes for the shot, and a save by Mike Liut. as Bob Carpenter gets his second shot of the game. And John Carter scored from Carpenter 53 seconds into the game. 1-0 Boston. The face-off now to the left of Mike Liu.
Little pushing and shoving there. Courtnall Hunter on Carpenter.
And the Bruins have 3 shots. The Caps none. 1-0 Boston lead. And a face-off coming up in the Washington zone.
John Carter leaving the ice. That'll be an equipment repair. Kenny Flagler going with him. Not Jim Nerrigan, the physical trainer, physical therapist.
And there's Mike Milbury behind the Boston bench. Congratulations to Peter Duras and his wife. Baby born yesterday, and he is with his wife and baby, and Bob Gould, who's missed a couple of games with a knee injury, dressing. Puck cleared up by Bork. Taken now by Stevens. Pass broken up by Ridley. Intercepted by Peterson. Bork trying to move it out with Propp. Propp a lead for Neely. Neely gets a little confused with Janney. Plays it back in the Boston end to Peterson to start the play out. Can't connect. Rouse flips it back up. Hand pass by Peterson, but into the penalty box on a face-off call. Boston leads 1-0.
What a great play by Al Peterson. That Bork. Ray got picked off. Peterson gets back in time. Good heads-up defense, backing each other up. Jesus, a lot of Boston people here. All over the building. A lot of notes, hellos. See if we can get to some of them later.
For the Caps, Ridley at center, Miller on the left, Leach on the right. The Boston line is Janney, Propp, and Neely. Bob Beers on defense with Wesley. Janney, Neely, bumped by Langway. And back for Leach, forced back by the Boston forechecking, and they keep it in. Now Janney trying to put it in front, rather Propp in front to Janney, didn't work, and Beers fires it back in from center ice. Around the boards, Propp forechecking, the puck cleared away by Leach, picked off by Wesley. 1-0 Boston. First period, the Caps without a threat on Moog. In the center ice now. Bruins carry over the line, trying to move in with Neely. It is Bob Sweeney. He can't move through. Sweeney back up on the boards, gives it a Propp. Propp closing. Neely open, and he couldn't connect with that pass. He was wide open in front of the net. Langway winding up. Propp to Neely, didn't work. And the Caps break it out. Here comes Miller over the line. Miller deep, centers it. It rolls back, left point, kept in by Courtnall. Closing, putting it on net, knocked away by Moog. It looked like Courtnall would go behind the net. Instead, he put it on, and Moog made the save. Hoggood clears. And back for it, Painter in pursuit, Byers. And the Caps break it out. Ooh, a heavy hit on Malte, a rookie, called up, played with Baltimore this year. Malte in forechecking now after getting up. And the puck kept in. Rouse tried to close on it, couldn't get it. Bruins trying to cut out. Hoggood missed it. Hoggood battling on the boards now with Poulin there. Puck kept in by Pavanka. He's checked. Behind the net. Rolls deep. Caps trying to make that centering play. Pavanka is forced to the boards wide. Back for Don Sweeney. And for the Caps, a player down. That was Malte, and they wanted a penalty. The fans were yelling. 1-0 the Bruins. 15:40 left in the first period. Puck cleared in off Ray Bork. Bork winding up. Striding back. A lead for Carpenter. Carpenter flying over the line. Penetrating. Going deep. Holding away from Stevens. Gives it off for a shot here. Backhander. Christian, the shot. Burridge, the attempted backhander, and it's tied up by Liu. 1-0 Bruins over the Caps at the Cap Center. They do not list a shot for Washington, but Courtnall put it on net in the corner at the crease there.
What he did is he slid it across the crease, hit a foot, and stayed there. Did not get on the net. Right here, Bobby Carpenter coming across. Washington giving the blue line a little bit to Carpenter. Now Scott Stevens, he turns him on the outside, and he finds Christian in the slot, the late man. Christian snaps off a quick save by Liut.
1-0 Boston. The goal by John Carter at the right point. Kept in by Bork, now knocked to center ice. Taken by Carpenter and snapped back in. He has Gould on the right, Carter on the left. Gould is forechecking now. Peterson and Bork, the Boston defense. 5 minutes into the first period. And it is 1-0 the Bruins. Football spilled by Peterson. Fans wanted a call. There is none. From center ice, Sheehy wraps it back in. Bork to Peterson. For Bork. Into center ice. Good break here for Gould. Four-man rush. Gould trying to lead Carpenter. It's too far. Gould now follow up. Keeping it in with Carter. Carter trying to move it in front. Gould is knocked down on the play. There's a battle. Carpenter going with Hunter. And they're separated. And Portnoy rushes now with Druce. Shot right on. Save Bo. Gives it off to Carter. Winding up. Center ice. Looking for an opening. Drops it in as Mike Milbury makes a line change. 14:15 left in the first period. Langway's clear. Will be icing. Bob Beer's back. 1-0 the Bruins over the Caps. We're at the Cap Center.
Washington playing a little desperate, taking some chances. Offense is going to be the name of their game. They're going to have to put the puck in the net, get something going here for themselves.
For Boston, Dave Poulin out there with Christian on the right, Burridge on the left with Beers and Wesley. And Burridge keeps it in. Trying to put it in front. Rolls to Christian. He tried to drop it in front. Blocked and cleared away by Washington. Had it around in the neutral zone. Bergman trying to get it. Now Langway starting the play. Broken up Poulin. Burridge can't move in with it. And the Caps break. Over the line. Johansson. Pass back. Blocked in front. Knocked away. Bounces loose. Back at the left point. Kept in by Malte. Playing his first playoff series. And the Bruins break it out. Possible 3-on-2. Burridge over the line. And he's broken up. Back comes Painter. Painter the clear in. Bogue able to trap it behind the net. Clear it up on the boards to Burridge. Burridge. Don Sweeney trying to move it out. They do. And it is picked off by the Caps. Moving it in for Washington. Rob Murray puts it in front. Knocked away. Burridge trying to move it out. Takes a hit. Rouse closing. Shot. Deflected over the net. Left point. Painter is shot right on. Long rebound. The Bruins break it out. There was a hit on Moog on the follow-up by Murray after the shot by Painter from the point. A lead for Alan May. Too far. Back for it. Don Sweeney. He's on with Ray Bork. 12:40 left. First period. 1-0 Boston. Top takes the hit. Gives it to Don Sweeney. Good rush over the line. Closing. Looking for Neely. Can't put him in front. Stevens broke it up. Big play. Two Bruins would have moved in there. Back comes Leach. Pass over the line. Patted back in by Miller. Behind the net. Leach rolls it around the corner. Still going in the Boston zone. Backhands it in deep. Ridley hit by Bork. Belted to the boards. Don Sweeney trying to tie it up. Craig Janney trying to move it out. Janney gets it up to Neely. Neely gets it out finally, but it's broken up by Ridley. Ridley, a pass over the line. Broken up by Ray Bork. For Janney, good break here. Coming on Sheehy with prop and a trailer. Gives it off for Wesley. A shot. Blocked in front by Stevens. Goes wide. Bruins. Neely trying to center it. Janney trying to put it in front. Can't. And Miller starts it out. Miller picks up Leach. Both teams would like a change, and Leach wraps it in the Boston zone. 1-0 the Bruins. 11:35 left in the first period. John Carter from Bob Carpenter. Langway breaks up a Boston pass, but then Gould gets the puck. He's ridden off. Caps coming back. A lead on the right for Druce. Druce shot wide. The long rebound all the way to the Cap zone. No icing, of course. Back is Rod Langway. Hunter is out there with Druce and Portnoy. Langway and Johansson. The Bruins forecheck.
Great hit by Bobby Carpenter on John Druce there.
And he broke up the play. The Bruins are able to clear it back in with deep forechecking. Carpenter out there with Gould and Carter. Breaking out Courtnall, off wing, over the line, on Don Sweeney, behind the back for Johansson. Pass blocked by Wesley, not cleared out. Behind the net, Don Sweeney can't move it. It goes in front, and Courtnall couldn't get a handle to it to fire it on. The Bruins break it out. Out comes Carter. He drops it in the zone. No penalties have been called. Washington 3 shots, Boston 4, 10:27 left in the first period. All good, forechecking. Can't get it in the zone. Painter cleared it out. Lead now for Berglund. Back for it though is Peterson. Peterson trying to come out, takes a hit from Berglund. Pavanka is on there. Fought for around the boards. Malte is on. Rookie, played in Baltimore this year. Second round draft pick. Peterson, the clear around. Malte breaks it up for Pavanka in front of the net. It is knocked away, doesn't go on net. And a penalty coming up on Bob Sweeney. And a power play for the Caps with 9:45 left here in the first period. A cross-check on Sweeney. Bruins 1, Caps nothing. Back in a moment.
Right there, Bobby Carpenter just nails John Druce. Druce had made the big circle, gained a lot of speed and energy, really telegraphed that he was the intended receiver of the pass. Carpenter just picked him up and wrapped him. Bob Sweeney gone for 2 minutes for really an inconsequential cross-check behind the net.
And a power play for the Caps. They're 2 for 13 overall in the series. Johansson and Stevens back. And they get the draw. Puck played in by Ridley behind the net. Bruins trying to get control and move it out, and Bourque does. And not out. Kept in by the Caps with the interceptions by Wrigley into Miller. Behind the net, Leach. Miller now battles for it. Gets it to Ridley. Ridley hit. And Boston able to clear it out as Ray Bourque drilled it. Stevens and Johansson up front. It is Leach and Miller on the wings with Ridley in between. Caps break it out with Stevens. Miller at over the line, able to keep it in. Checked by Galley. Don Sweeney going for it. He belted down. What a hit by Leach. One of the hardest of the series. And Leach gets it. Back to Johansson. Shot deflected wide of the net. Leach able to get it. Now, Bruins battle for it. Poulin trying to move it out. And Don Sweeney, it rolls back in softly on Moog and quickly cleared away by Propp. 55 seconds left on the Cap power play. Courtnall over the line. Drops a pass that is checked on the play and kept in on a good play by Druce. His pass in is stopped by Bourque. Not cleared out. Stevens keeps it in. Bourque gets it in the corner though. This time picks the opening.
Great play by John Carter. Stayed on Jeff Courtnall.
Bourque was out for a while now. He's replaced by Galley. Galley on there with Wesley. Caps break again. Druce over the line trying to get the shot away, and it's stopped, and Carter able to clear it out. 8 minutes left, first period, 1-0 Boston. 18 seconds on the power play. Rouse, the clear to the corner. Peterson going. Hunter, they battle. In the corner. Hunter trying to wrap it around the boards. Into the corner. Courtnall back for Rouse. Rouse drops it for Johansson. In for Courtnall. Pass in front. Rolls all the way across wide. And Carpenter able to clear it, and that does it on the power play. As a matter of fact, that is icing against Boston. Bruins 1, Caps nothing at the Cap Center.
Ladies and gentlemen, traffic in the aisles.
Game Time, the Boston Bruins publication with up-to-the-minute lineups and statistics. Game Time is updated for each home game. Available for $1 at Boston Garden on game nights. Face off to the right of Andy Moog. 1-0 Boston, 7:37 left. And the shots even, 4 apiece. For the Caps, Murray, May, Kyprios, Langway, and Sheehy inside the Boston line.
Washington taking an awful lot of early chances to get that extra offense going.
Neely trying to work it out. Langway able to keep it in on the boards. Now Boston gets it, and they work it out. A lead for Hogwood, who's at left wing on the line. Doesn't work. This clear in. Kyprios hustles for it. Instead, it is Wesley there to get it first. And this line for, it is Bruins 1, Caps nothing, back at the moment. And the faceoff coming up in the Cap zone. To the left of Mike Liut. He replaced Don Beaupre for this game. Beaupre played well, but the Bruins won 2 in a row against him. So Janney is out there with Hoggood on the left, Neely on the right. Wesley and Beers. Sheehy trying to come out, hit by Neely. Neely trying to keep it in. Works it in front. It is blocked by Ridley. Ridley out. 3-on-2 for the moment. To Miller in the middle. Miller holding. Going wide. Puts it across. And it's blocked. Went behind the net.
Great play, Bob Beers. Wesley took his man on the far side. The two of them played each other very well. Beers stayed with the puck carrier and the left winger. Waited. Kelly Miller finally had to throw it across. Here it is. He goes down, gets back up. Now Miller waits. Beers just going to use his feet here. Just sticks the foot closer to the puck. Takes the angle of the pass away. Nice play by Bob Beers. Very subtle. Good footwork.
Face-off outside the line. It's Janney against Ridley. 6:59 left in the first period. John Carter, the scorer, 53 seconds into the game. A rebound of a Bob Carpenter. Play. Carpenter intercepting a pass back in his zone by Langway. He's trying to start the play again with Sheehy, and it didn't work. Bruins break it up. Steal by Janney. Can't make it work with a pass to Neely. And a lead back in the Boston zone could be icing. Waved off. Bork knocked down on Peterson, who was knocked down.
Alan Peterson, I thought he got his foot on that. Wasn't allowed to get the stick to it.
And the face-off coming up to the left of Andy Moe. Executive suites will be a big feature of the new Boston Garden Corporation. And Larry Mulder, the president of the Garden, has a replica of what exactly an executive suite would look like and just what the game would look like. That you'd be all the games able to see.
What a way to watch a hockey game. What a way that would be to watch. VIP parking, the whole 9 yards. You got everything. 277-1755. Number to call. You want to go over and take a look at him.
Hutter on the face-off. The draw to Ray Bork. 1-0 the Bruins. Bork starts it out on the right to Christian. Christian, a lead, looking for Burridge. Doesn't work. Blocked there by Stevens. Now Druce trying to move in. Clears it in deep. And back for it, Peterson. Peterson trying to come out. Fires it out. Burridge trying to handle it. Gets it up to Poulin. Poulin checked by Rouse. A battle on the boards. Finally a whistle. And it's 1-0 the Bruins over the Caps in the first period. Now,
Randy Burridge just nailed Hunter a left. Nearly knocked his helmet off.
And a lot of jousting here. Stevens trying to come at Peterson. And we had Hunter in it. We had Courtnall.
Well, it all started with the left by Randy Burridge.
Well, let's see what Dennis Morrell calls.
That was a nice one.
Hunter really gets his face.
There you take a look at Al Peterson's eye.
He took that stick from Kyprios in game number 1. 1-0 the Bruins back at the moment.
Now here's Randy Burridge along the boards. The play has been whistled dead. There's Hunter. Randy Burridge is still far. There's the left. Caught Hunter a shot. I took exception to that. The two of them going off.
Hunter is a little bit bigger than Burridge, and of course for most players that he would provoke, Hunter that is, he'd be a little smaller. I've never really seen him moved in on anybody as he did then on Burridge. But Randy threw a left. Should have had the glove off, though.
Yeah.
They each get 2 minutes for roughing.
Can't be advocating that now.
Hader fires it in. 5:49 left in the first period. Early goal by John Carter. Don Sweeney checked in deep. Murray tried to get it in front. Can't. And Bruins trying to clear it out. Carter. Oh, a heavy hit. The Bruins break 3-on-1. Carter going over the line. Drops it off now for Poulin. Poulin is checked on the play. Back at the point. Don Sweeney can't contain it. Galley clears it up. Poulin with it. Offside pass, they say, with 5:21 left. And the Caps with this line, May, Kyprios out there, and Murray. And they are seeing more playing time than any other line. And their record, no goals, no assists for any of them. May has played 14 games, and the other two, 8 each.
Well, the philosophy behind that is that they are a good hitting, solid checking, good skating line. I mean, they've got casts on their hands, most of them, and they don't have the passing ability. They work very hard, stirs things up. It's supposed to send a signal to the rest of the hockey club sitting on the bench. Come out and play the same way. The rap on Washington always been is a sustained physical attack. They're in and out of it. And that line, it seems to be doing it consistently. Fortunately, the Bruins keep their heads up a little bit.
Malte is at left wing, at center Pavanka, and the right wing Berglund. Sheehy wraps it in. Moga blocked it in as the Bruins started away. In the center ice, Bob Sweeney can't handle it, broken up by Peter, bounces to the Caps line, knocked away. Berglund with it. Berglund to Pavanka, intercepted by Don Sweeney. Pass away for Hoggood. Hoggood's passing. Picked up by Bob Sweeney. Penetrate over the line. Leaves it for Baez. Baez for Hoggood. A shot and a save, Liu. And there hasn't been a shot by either team in quite a stretch. Number 5 for Boston as Hoggood was set up. And a good play from Bob Sweeney. Back for it now, Galley. A break now. Over the line comes Janney with Hoggood. Shot blocked. Hoggood put it across in front and it went wide. Beers with it. Here's a screenshot wide. Hoggood checked by Stevens in deep. Neely in, trying to pry it loose. A battle at the backboards. Miller knocked it free. Miller collects and works it out. And a break for the Caps. Off for Leach from Ridley. His shot deflected high. The shot by Leach. Bruins intercept. Janney breaks it out. In the center ice, picking up Neely and a trailer. Over the line for Wesley. Wesley closes. Back for Janney. Doesn't work. Janney centers it. It is intercepted by Leach, who finally gets back in the play. Wesley, a long shot. Wouldn't have counted. Janney was still in front of him, and it was from center ice. Would have been an offside Boston Bruins situation. 1-0 the Bruins, 3:45 left, first period. Peterson rushing. Over the line for Gould. Gould off for Carter. Carter holding. Trying to drop it. Didn't work. Now he's trying to pick it up and move in. Stopped by Rouse. Didn't quite get control. Rouse breaks out left wing, checked by Carpenter. The puck floats to Ray Bourque. Bruins captain can't work it out. Checked on the play. Juice kept it in for Courtnall. Courtnall cuts in front. Is broken up by Ray Bourque, who knocked it wide. Carpenter battles for it with Courtnall. And Carpenter trying to clear it out. Gets help from Gould, and they clear it to the Cap line. 3 minutes left. First period, 1-0 Boston. Langway to Courtnall. To Pavanka. Checked by Bourque. Rolls in back. And it's balled behind the net. Clearing it up to Poulin. Poulin takes a high hit from Courtnall, and he's going out. Elbow.
Courtnall blatant. He got caught. Denny Morrell right on the spot.
Power play Boston. Bruins 1, Caps nothing at the Cap Center. First power play for the Bruins. The Caps have had one. They were 0 for 1.
Bob Sweeney's gone to the dressing room.
And it was Poulin in the corner.
Poulin knows he's going to get hit. Chops it up. There's the elbow. Jeff Courtnall.
Mike Milbury sends out Janney, Prop, Neely. Wesley on with Galley. Neely breaks over the line, left wing side. Holding, Drops it for Janney. Janney breaks open, moves in deep, drops it back. Too slow for Galley, but he's able to keep it in now for Prop. Prop wheels it around in the corner. Neely off wing side, all the way back for Galley. Touch pass to Janney. Janney holding, Miller watching. Janney across, looking for Wesley, who broke for the net. Didn't work. And knocked down in the collision. Ridley gets it up to Miller. Miller over the Boston line. He's checked on the play finally, and Janney starts it out. Janney, Prop, fires, and a save by Liu. Top hat, Neely with him. And this deflected pass by the Caps goes into the crowd, and a face-off calls off the stick of Stevens as we have 1:05 left here on the Boston power play. 1:53 left in the first period. 53 seconds into the game. John Carter, a rebound of a Bob Carpenter shot for a 1-0 Boston lead.
A lot of bouncing pucks out there. The passes aren't true. Down on the ice last night after the game, I walked across the ice. It was terrible shape. The guys complained about it as well. Tough building, awful hot in here.
Hoggard on with Bork, but they don't get the drop pass. Instead, it is taken by Sheehy and cleared. Berglund on now. Forechecking in the Boston zone. Jamming things up, but it bounces out for Neely. Neely breaks now. Is forced back. Did not find the opening. Hoggard. Good pass to Neely. Neely over the line with Prop. Trying to move it in deep. Comes off the corner with it. Gives it to Janney. Janney to Hoggard. Shot. And it's blocked wide by Sheehy. Marvelous chance there. Janney keeps it in. Behind the net to Hoggard. Hoggard wheels it in front for a score by Neely. Cam Neely on the power play makes it 2-0 Boston. His 11th series goal.
Talk about a youngster seizing the opportunity. No one picked up Greg Hoggard. He saw that he had an opportunity to go in and get it. Curled a net, found Neely out all alone. Everybody, like a magnet, went to Craig Janney. But here's Hoggard on the turnaround. Neely in the slot. One times it, just picks that corner. Great play by Hoggard. Berglund a little late on picking up Neely. Sheehy's preoccupied with Prop. Hoggard finds the opening, slides it through.
Assist number 38, Greg Hoggard.
Cam Neely the scorer.
Assist number 23, Craig
From
Janney.
Craig Janney and Greg Hoggard. And that came at 18:42. 11th overall series goal for Cam Neely.
The assists to Greg
He's
Hoggard
tops in scoring
and Craig Janney on the power
in Stanley
play,
Cup
18
playoffs. The
42.
power play goals, so Boston 1 for 1 on the power play, and overall 3 for 14. 1:12 left in the first period. The Bruins with a 2-0 lead. Langway a clear. Back for it, Wesley after him. Moog is out, trying to move it up. Stopped by Hunter. Hunter drops it right back for Johansson. Shot blocked by Moog. It was headed for the corner, and the Bruins are able to clear it out. Langway fires it back in. Wesley on it. Goose after him. Round the boards. Bruins are able to clear it out. Touch the stick of Christian, and Langway starts the play from his end again. A lead up for Drews. Drews coming on Don Sweeney. Drops it back. Gets a return pass. Tries to put it in front. Blocked. Loose. Cleared just out of the zone, and the Bruins break. 3-on-2. Burridge coming with Poulin. Back for Poulin. Poulin's pass. Blocked. Shot. Save. Liut. Poulin put that one on with 20 seconds left. Caps coming back. Courtnall picking up Hunter at the line. Drops it for Hunter. Hunter looking for Painter. Painter finally puts it on the corner. Blocked wide in the corner. Fought for it. Poulin there. Gould. And Boston with 4 seconds left. Able to clear it out on a play by Gallant. And the Bruins, in that period, 9 shots. Washington 5. The score at the end of 1 period. Bruins 2, Caps nothing. Now to Gene Levanchi for tonight's first, and fires it in deep. Christian into forecheck. Ray Bork moving up to pinch him. And the puck is cleared away by Malte, and no icing. Wesley controlling 2-0 Boston, just underway, second period. Wesley, Poulin, Bork, and they wrap it in. And we'll forecheck the Caps. Puck is cleared out. Ray Bork stays on. Takes it ahead of Stevens and keeps control. Up the middle. Christian is ruled offside on that pass in the first minute of the second period. Boston in front 2-0. They scored early and scored late.
Well, gives us an opportunity. We have got about 60 messages to say hello to people back in the New England area. But Bob and Jack Flynn from Scituate say, Mom, hope you get well on Mother's Day. A lot of happy Mother's Day here. Request, Jim from Marlboro, hello to the Wayside Country Store. Paul and Brian Cullinan, hello to Burlington. Greg Matrakis from Burlington. Alan O'Brien, Peter Kelly from Limerick, Ireland, over here. New Boston residents, new Bruins fans. Happy birthday to Danny Ring, County Mayo. From everywhere.
Bob Carpenter on the faceoff against Dale Hunter. Hunter has Courtnall and Druce on the wings. Draws back to Don Sweeney. He's on defense with Galley. Hunter checks him. And Hunter tried to center it. Knocked away by the deep back checking of Carpenter. Carpenter skates it out. Picks up a 3-on-2. Over the line, drops it for Galley. Quick shot, high and wide. As the Bruins had a 3-on-2 breakout there. Druce stopped by the back checking of Carpenter, who wheels it back in. And the Caps break it out. Into center ice, Sheehy. The backhand, fired in. Moog kind of one-handed out, gets it up to Gould. Gould in action after missing a couple of games with a knee injury. Rushes, penetrates, fires, misses. Long rebound. Bruins trying to contain it, keep it in. Gould trying to set a play. Hunter able to pick up the puck. Forced to clear it out. Wave off the icing. Courtnall in pursuit of Bork. Bork turns the net, clears it out. Back for it, Rouse. 2 minutes played in the second period at the Cap Center. Boston on goals by Carter, power play Neely, and a lead of 2-0. Stevens works it to the Boston line. It's broken up by Ray Bork and fired away. Back for it, Rouse, forechecking Neely. Neely knocks down Miller. Miller back up, battling for it. Gets it to Stevens. Now to Ridley. Mike Ridley picking up Leach at the line. Is broken up by Peterson. And the Bruins break it out 2-on-1. Neely couldn't get it. It was broken up by Stevens. Props pass stopped by Stevens. Stevens guns it out. Peterson with it. The Bruins are in that style. They fire it down, forecheck, hope for a breakout. And here, trying to steal is Burridge inside the line. Can't do it. Again at the Boston line, the play broken up, and Beers back. Beers fires it in. Burridge hustles in. Leach after it. Burridge in pursuit. Around the boards, right point. Beers inside the line. Able to pop it up in front. Poulin trying to get a handle to it. Couldn't do it. Christian keeps it in. It is Burridge closing. Broken up by Stevens. Gets it again. Gives it now for Wesley. Wesley cut in. Couldn't get the shot away from 20 feet. Forced to the corner. Beers back alone, and Miller breaks out. Burridge hustles back. Puck rolls all the way into Moog. He knocks it away. And Burridge starts it right back with Christian, who can't control it. Langway's pass blocked at center ice. Puck cleared in by Malte. Youngster hasn't played in the playoffs. Puck bounces in front of the Boston net. Bounce back. Covered there for a backhander by Berglund. Save. Puck bounces to the corner. The Bruins able to clear it. It was scary for the moment there. And Beers finally able to clear it out. And an injured Bruins player.
Looks like Bob Beers.
And a timeout for Boston. And there is a penalty on Berglund.
That looks serious, too. He's not moving. That's a knee.
Washington penalty number 11, Tim Berglund, 2 minutes for tripping.
Yeah, that's a knee right on the front.
Bob Beers, the youngster out of Cheektowaga, New York, played for the Maine Mariners. Top defenseman there. And in the playoffs, he has been a bright feature for the Boston Bruins.
Has he ever? Just playing sound, steady hockey, moves the puck well, gives the Bruins that added dimension with the right-hand shot back there, takes the man real well. Who's going to miss him? He's a big plus.
Jim Narrigan talking things over. Could be a stretcher here for Bob Beers, and Dennis Morrell, the referee, looking on. Boston 2, Washington nothing. We'll return in a moment. England is out for tripping Bob Beers, and let's take a look at what happened.
We'll see it from another angle. Here's Beers going to try to cut back. Berglund down low with the knee. The knee led the check, not the hip. They are getting a stretcher out for Bob Beers.
Jim Narrigan supervising.
Oh, you hate to see that. It looked like a frontal blow, knee on knee. It makes the ligament damage and cartilage damage definitely a possibility.
How were you on knee injuries in your career?
I was very, very fortunate. I picked up one in junior. Bobby Plager after the whistle, late hit. I was, one knee, and it popped it, and very painful. When I came out of surgery, that's got to be one of the most painful operations. I got metal hips. They replaced my hips, not nearly as bad as a knee injury. They went in there, and hockey players are very fortunate in as much a football player needs stability on the ground. It can't lock. I mean, you're pushing left or right on it. And Dr. Kennedy once told me in London, Ontario, hockey players have the ability for the knee to open up. The ligaments can be a little looser than, say, a football player's because of the ice and the turning and the cutting. And it's more difficult to get a knee injury because you're not locked. But right there, Bob Beers was locked. He was on his weight foot.
The story of Bob Beers, he hadn't Mike Milbury very concerned about that. He was not just a spare part.
No.
He suddenly blossomed here, and in the playoffs for a rookie, that is very rare.
Very rare. Under the pressure of the Stanley Cup, we were talking earlier about you have players that are mean and tough and big, and they buy ice, they buy room out there. During an 80-game season, you look to say, all right, well, go in the corner with that animal. I'm not in the mood tonight. So he gets away with it all season long. Then you get in the Stanley Cup playoffs, and everybody gets up for every game, every shift. And the glaring mistakes of a goon or somebody that just slashes and hits and runs, then you start to pick on those people. Bob Beers, very sound defensive hockey player. Bruins going to miss him. Hope he's not out long.
And the draw to Langway, he clears. This is Boston's second power play. They have a power play goal by Cam Neely late in the first period. Janney line is on. Prop, Neely. Wesley clears in.
Glenn Wesley never had, what he was coming up, never had the speed to gain center ice line. Looking for an option, looking for a play, didn't get it. Tried to wrist it in, got picked off.
Berglund out for tripping. And he went at 3:53. We have 15:50 left here in the second period. And the draw is back to Rouse. He's able to clear it. Ray Bourque back. Ridley, Miller, penalty killers. Bourque, backhand clear in. Rouse there, though. Fired it up, blocked, kept in by Neely. Neely trying to set it up for Janney, who was all alone in front. Couldn't quite do it. Talk about being wide open.
All alone.
Wesley weaves, gains the line. Drops it in. Rouse trying to clear it out. Stopped by Janney. Janney drops it back. Left point. Wesley. Right point Bourque. Back to Wesley. In for Prop. Quick shot. Great save, Liut. Beautiful quick release by Prop on that one. And Liut came up with a big stop. Bourque to Wesley, and they have to regroup. 40 seconds left on the power play. Bourque checked by Murray, gets it away to Wesley, and he starts it out. Picking up Burridge. Burridge can't move in. Lost it. Cleared away by Murray. He's hit. Back foot Burridge, Druce, Galley. And the bodies go sprawling into the corner. Bruins trying to dig it out. Can't do it. Stevens, a shot. Save by Moog. Short-handed bid. Bork starts it away now. In the center ice, Burridge, Christian over the line. Power play, closing. Screen shot. It was blocked by Stevens. Checked in by Boston. Burridge, a shot. Save Liut, holding the short side. 2 seconds left on the power play. Almost 6 minutes played here in the second period. 2-0 Boston, and a face-off now to the left of Mike Liut. Brian Propp set up on this one.
Here's a little pass through. There's a quick wrist shot. Just got the right side of the net instead of the far left side. Didn't pull it enough. Kelly Miller going off. Looks like an equipment repair.
And for Boston now, Mike Melbury has Poulin, Burridge, and Christian. Don Sweeney, Gary Galley. Bruins, of course, have the option of Hoggard going back on defense, so going with 5. Galley, a shot, deflected wide, loose, picked up by Courtnall. Berglund is out. Good back checking by Christian. Foiled that play. Puck floats over the Boston line. Galley clears it out. Stevens now over the line for Berglund. Berglund broken up before he can get the shot away. And a quick clear out by Poulin. Stevens winding up now. Druce. Pass at the Boston line. Checked by Poulin. Galley wraps it away. Can't connect with Burridge. And Rouse winding up. Now to Scott Stevens. Leads a 4-man rush. Goes deep, fires, misses, the long rebound. It is kept in by Druce, knocked away from behind the net. The Bruins, Galley clears it out too far ahead of Dave Poulin. Loose puck is picked up by Gould. Gould over the line, closing, going deep, into the corner on Stevens, going behind the net, looking for help now. Bob Gould flying around in the cap zone. Now to John Crowder, who has scored a goal. He's flying around, comes off the corner, wheels in front, is tripped on the play. No call by Morrell as John Crowder goes down quickly, and May now able to clear it out. And 2-on-1 for the Caps. Courtnall over the line. The shot blocked wide by Andy Moog on a 2-on-1 bid by Courtnall. All the way to the Caps' end. With it, Johansson. Now to Pavanka. Hoggard is back on defense. A pass in for Malte. He can't get it. May keeps it in. Pokes it behind the net. Dug out. Up on the right wing board. Gould trying to get it. Painter able to keep it in. His pass deflected into the stands on a face-off call. Bruins 2, Caps nothing. Second period at the Cap Center. And the face-off outside the Boston blue line. 12:26 left here.
Great Jeff Courtnall coming in, tries the wrist shot. Just wide of the net. Andy Moog gave him the far side. Courtnall couldn't hit it. And then Byers came out on the line change. That was quite the hoopla. Bobby Gould has to come back out. Denny Morrell wouldn't let him come to make the last shift change by the Washington Capitals in place in a home game. It's really the only advantage the home team gets.
The Boston goals by John Crowder and Cam Neely on a power play. And Carpenter, Crowder, Gould out there now. Driven to the Boston end. Wesley moves it to Bork. Bork up on the right wing side. Gould able to knock it out. Gould trying to send it away to Carpenter. Can't. Now gets it again. Checked by Painter. Gives it to Bork. Bork over the line for Carter. Carter fires. And it misses. Low hard shot from 40 feet. Puck cleared out to center ice. Great play there by Carter to poke it back to the Boston defense. And now Bork starts it out with Wesley. A long lead here for Carter. Now he forces Liut to play it so it's not icing. And the Caps come back. They have 2 shots in this period. Trailing 2-0. Galley trying to move it out. Blocked. Shot wide by Kyprios as he intercepted the Galley setup. Back now for Boston. Janney over the line with Neely. Broken up at the Caps defense. Caps right back. It is Ridley. Straight ahead. Over the line. Wide. Fires. Save. Short side save by Moog. Sweeps it around the board. Stopped by Neil Sheehy. Tees it up. Deflected wide to Neely. Never reached the net. Neely out with Propp. Trying to set up Janney. Janney moving in deep. Can't get it. Icing called as Langway gets it. Bruins 2, Caps nothing. Second period at the Cap Center. Where were you 20 years ago yesterday?
Tomorrow, May 10th.
20 years ago tomorrow, where were you?
I was, believe on Boston Garden Ice, no? Is that the 10th, May 10th? Avior. Great goal. Little ice repair here.
It has been an eventful 20 years.
I would say, yes. A lot of it I'd like to forget, but I mean, things are going well now.
Face-off coming up in the Boston zone. 11-12 left. The Caps have 3 shots in the second period. The Bruins with both scores in the first period by John Carter and a power play by Cam Neely. Neely with that goal now leads all scoring Stanley Cup playoffs with 23 points, 11 goals, 12 assists. Hunter, Druce, and Courtnall. The draw. Stevens, the shot. Tipped wide by Moog as it deflected in on him. Bourque fighting for it. Checked in the play by Druce. Pass in deep. Peterson. Up for Poulin. Poulin can't clear it out. Long shot by Stevens wide. Hunter trying to drop it in front. Courtnall couldn't get a handle to put it on net. Pressure here by the Caps now. Druce loses. Christian out. Now to Poulin, up to Burridge. Slap shot in by Burridge. Deflects all the way around and back to the Boston end, and Galley is there. Wesley, the clear out. Druce can't find room to move in. Well, the Caps restart the play. Rouse intercepted inside the line by Burridge. Burridge closing. Puts it near the net. It is blocked. Rouse clears it around. Not out. Wesley fires it back in. Wide. A long rebound. Galley kicks it in deep. Bruins battle in deep. Caps clear it out, but it's covered by Wesley. And Mike Milbury makes a change. Halfway through the game, 2-0 Boston. In deep, Bob Sweeney trying to put it in front of Camp. Wesley gets the loose puck. A shot blocked in front. A backhander here just went wide. Byers with it. Wheels around the zone. Byers trying to put it in front. Bruins battle. Hoggood knocked down. Liu ties it up. Bruins with a ton of pressure there. 2-0 the Bruins. Back in a moment.
Well, that was quite a flurry by the Bruins, and the Wild and the Byers had the opportunity, came around in the backhand. I thought he was going to shoot it, and he opted to try to make a play across the crease. Puck didn't bounce for Boston.
Mike Milbury going with a fourth line. He has Bob Sweeney with Hoggood and Byers. And they're going with the 5 defensemen with Bob Beers injured. Bob Sweeney trying to cut it right in front. Can't do it off the faceoff. Cleared out the center ice. Galley back at it. Loses. Kyprios gets it. Kyprios to May. May's pass up. Stop. Galley. Galley to clear out. Hoggood. A lead for Byers. Too far. Back for it now is Kyprios. Painter. Murray. Blocked. Galley able to walk way in. Shot. Save Liut. And he sweeps it off. Bruins with good forechecking and the clear out now, and Wesley wraps it back in. Bruins containing the Caps in the Washington half of the ice. Is Neely in deep. Can't get it. Caps trying to come out with Kyprios at the line. Back for Murray. Murray's shot blocked, and he was knocked down by Bourque. Bourque can't set up Janney. Rouse starts the play now with Scott Stevens, and this pass is broken up by Craig Janney, who's able to anticipate plays very smartly. Don Sweeney rushes up for Neely. Neely not ready for it. The puck cleared out. Don Sweeney clears it back in. Bruins out of the zone. Stevens a set up now for Miller, broken up by Bourque. Back comes Janney. Neely. Oh, Stevens a heavy hit. Here's Neely closing. Right in for a shot. And it's blocked. Gets the rebound. Puts it in front. Knocked wide off prop skate. A heavy hit. Stevens on Janney. Really lined him up. There's a 3-on-2 for the Caps. A 4-on-2. Over the line, a shot by Stevens. Blocked by Moe. In the corner, Miller fights for it. Janney trying to dig it out. Takes a hit from Leach. In the corner, goes to Neely. Neely ices it. as the Bruins wanted a line change, and they'll get it now. 2-0 the Bruins at Landover, Maryland. Boston 5 shots, Washington 4 in this period.
A lot of skating, a lot of working, but it's great second effort defense on both sides of the ledger. The Caps as well. Goaltending solid.
Caps had a rare 3-on-2, actually a trailer. 4-on-2.
Scott Stevens botched that with a wrist shot from 50 feet.
Unbelievable. I mean,
he went off. He went off, whether he got cut in the collision with Janney or not.
Courtnall, a shot deflected wide. Wesley starts it out. Trying to set up Carpenter, who's played a superb game. Carpenter set up the first goal. And he's over the line for Courtnall, taken down on the play. No call, the fans groan, and out comes Carter. Good break here with Gould. Holds, now try to drop it off for Carpenter. It didn't work, and the Caps come back. A lead on the left for Courtnall, over the line, stops, cuts, pass in, good back checking by Carter. There to foil it, and Wesley gets it free to Galley. Galley drops it in. Change for Boston. 7:10 left here. Deep forechecking by Gould as Hunter starts out. Change in lines. Puck cleared in deep. Back for it, Bourque. After him, Courtnall. He drops it for Peterson. Up the boards. Chopped by Christian. Not out. Poulin can't move it out. Pavarka kept it in. Now Poulin finally clears it. Poked up by and stolen on Rouse by Christian. Trying to set up Burridge. Can't do it. Bruins leading 2-0. 6:40 left. Second period. Berglund trying to come out. Stop. Puck in front. A pass by Poulin, and it's deflected away to center ice. Covered by Bourque. Now Christian. Poulin can't move in. Fell down. Now he gets it. Poulin over the line. Moving on Rouse. Rouse a hit. Pavanko clears it. Berglund starts back. Berglund drops it in. Malte going for it in Bourque. Bourque clearing up the boards. Don Sweeney clearing out. Burridge trying to get it. And the Caps do. Murray over the line. A lead in deep for Malte. Out of the net. Moog lost it. Bounces free. Loose. Banged around in front. Still loose. And the Bruins overskate it. Murray keeps it in. A shot blocked. Finally, Boston trying to clear it. Can't do it. Kept in by Johansson. His shot missed the net. Round the boards, Burridge trying to chop it out. Does, finally. Best pressure of the game by the Caps there. Now a pass up over the Boston line. Back for Don Sweeney. Murray forechecking. Don Sweeney fell down. Cleared it around the boards. Puck is kept in by May. Bob Sweeney battling for it. Bourque in the corner. And it's kept in by Murray. Murray checked. Kept in by Kyprios. Broken up by Bob Sweeney. Trying to clear it. Now, Don Sweeney starts it out with Burridge. Finally dropping it in the Cap zone. All that flurry, there were no shots on, amazingly. Cap still with 9 total shots, 5 in this period. Galley at center ice. Trying to set a play, but Prop is forced back. Now to Neely. Up for Janney, doesn't work. Back for it, Sheehy's on defense with Langway. 4:48 left, period number 2. 2-0 Boston. Ridley breaking with Leach. Fires it in wide. Kyprios there for Leach. Can't center it. Checked by Boston. Prop and Ridley in the corner. It is back to Rouse. Rouse fires it in. Bounces right in front. Kyprios scores! Kyprios gets the goal. His first in the series with 4:28 left in the second period.
Well, that was a long time coming. Washington mounted a few flurries in a row. Right here, 2 men go behind the net. They bump into Andy Moog. I think it's Galley. Nobody picks up Kyprios in front of the net. Just a defensive lapse. That's his first goal. Happy young man.
And now with 4:28 left in the period, that backhander by Kyprios brings the crowd to a standing ovation for Nick Kyprios. his first series goal.
Assist number 21, Steve Leach. Assist number 17, Mike Ridley.
Ridley gets an assist on that one.
Time to go, 15-32.
Potter now clearing it in the cap zone. Gould hustles in on Langway. Langway to Hunter, can't move it out. Carpenter, Potter battling to keep it in. Gould on the boards in the cap zone. Finally a whistle at a face-off in the cap zone. Bruins 2, Caps 1. We're at the Cap Center, Landover, Maryland. 32 from Leach and Ridley. Shot by Galley, saved by Liut. Carter battles to keep it in. Drews checking the play. Carpenter. Drews fell down. Bruins keep it in on the boards. Gould trying to center it. Broken up by Rouse. And the Caps come back. The lead for Courtnall. Courtnall holding, shooting. Blocked wide by Andy Moog. On the short side, a good bid by Courtnall as he starts putting it on net. In deep. Wesley checked on the play. Hunter drops it, and it goes to center ice. Back for it, Johansson. Pass up at the Boston line. Knocked away by Wesley. Back for it is Rouse. 3:15 left here in period number 2. Boston leads 2-1. Johansson could be icing. Bork able to clear it out. All the way down wide of Liut. Burridge is out there with Christian and Poulin. At center ice, Peterson looking for Christian. Christian gets it. The shot deflected by Johansson into the stands. Out of face-off in the cap zone. Bruins lead it 2-1. Back in a moment.
Well, the update information on Bob Beers is a possible broken femur. At this point, they're not sure of any knee damage. Hard luck. Gonna miss him.
Bob Beers was hit in this period on a leg check by Berglund. A 2-minute penalty and taken out in a stretcher. And 2:51 left now in the second period. Poulin there. Malte is out at left wing. Bruins can't keep it in. Peterson cleared it back in, and I'm amazed they don't call that a deliberate offside.
I thought it would be deliberate. They've been letting that go, I think, in the playoffs a little more than the regular season. Bruins picking it up here a nudge a little bit.
Poulin on the faceoff with Pavanka. Pavanka didn't play in the last game. And the draw over to Sheehy. A quick pass into the Boston zone, and back for it is Ray Bork. After him is Berglund. Bork now checked behind the net by Pavanka, but back to help out is Poulin. Up for Burridge, and the Bruins break it out. Burridge wraps it in on the left wing boards. Poulin hustles in, is taken down on the play. And around the boards, it is cleared out by Malte. Up for Berglund. Berglund a shot wide. Long rebound, kept in by Pavanka. Wrapped in deep, and Don Sweeney trying to come out. And he is belted down on the play. The puck cleared. Back for it. Painter, icing called against Boston. 2 minutes, 1 second left in the second period. Boston on goals by Carter and Neely in the first period. Kiprios for Washington in the second. For the Caps, Terry Murray, the coach, who of course replaced his brother Brian Murray in the middle of the season, and he's relied on a lot of Baltimore players who played with him in the American Hockey League, bringing him up. Kiprios played there, Rob Murray, Berglund, Malte, who's making his debut tonight.
Well, John Druce has certainly blossomed under Terry Murray.
Carpenter wins the draw. Galley trying to clear it out, stopped by Ridley. Carpenter trying to move it out. Bob Sweeney does. Right back comes Ridley. Third in. Moog tips it off for Galley. Galley moves it up, and the Bruins, Bob Sweeney clears it out. Carpenter is out there with Hogwood and Bob Sweeney. Miller's pass up, blocked by Galley, cleared out. Loose puck, Carpenter. Checked by Leach, they battle. Hogwood over to get it. Hogwood trying to move it in to Bob Sweeney, couldn't do it. He might have walked between the defense. Bob Sweeney back at center ice, getting it. Knocked into the boards there on a check by Leach. Steve Leach out of Matignon High School plays a rugged game. 1:12 left, second period, 2-1 Boston. Ridley breaking out over the line with Johansson. Passes behind Miller. And Hoggood at center ice over skates. Clears it over the cap line. About a minute left in the period. Bruins forechecking. Long pass here by the Capitals from Sheehy to Druce is offside. 54 seconds left in the second period. The total shots are 15 for Boston. That means they have 6 in this period. And for the Caps, 11. They have 6 in this period.
Grueling, grinding hockey. You're turning the corners, always somebody on you, looking to take the body at every turn. Both teams being hit very solid tonight. It makes kind of for ragged play, but then there's a flurry here and there when you bounce back into it. Second effort, an individual move by one player or another. Set up that opportunity.
The Caps are 0 for 1 power plays. The Bruins 1 for 2. Janney steals inside the line with Prop. They can't convert it. Had it, not enough skating room there. Bork fires in, back foot Langway. Janney, Prop, and Neely the line. Langway now off for Kyprios. Cleared over the line, blocked by Prop. Bruins controlling. Trying to move it out on the right wing boards, and Caps on a delayed call are offside. 27 seconds left here. Period number 2. We're looking at Rod Langway. Former Norris Trophy winner. Randolph High School, University of New Hampshire, and for the Washington Capitals, since coming over from Montreal, he has been Mr. Washington.
What a standout player. Wanted to come to Washington, play in the United States, didn't want to play in Montreal. Tax dollars, maybe.
Poulin on against Hunter. Rouse with it. Bothered on the play, clears it up, taken now by Burridge. Burridge trying to break, can't do it. Bork follows up, does. Is over the line, holding. Trying to put it in front softly, it didn't work. But Poulin able to keep it in for Burridge, a one-timer, and he couldn't quite make it in front. And the Caps break it out. Courtnall, 4 seconds left. Courtnall is broken up by Bork. Just knocked the puck completely away from him, and the second period ends. And just one goal, that by the Caps. The score at the end of 2 periods, Bruins 2, Caps 1. Now to Gene Levanchi for tonight's. Set to go at the third period, 2-1, Boston leads.
Listening to Johnny Pearson, I thought it was Gary Galley on bumped into Andy Moe, but it was Wesley, and that was just one of the few times the Bruins have missed an assignment or two. They got to continue that defensively as well as pick it up offensively. They got to do the skating, get the legs back, be bouncing, jump on that puck like pigeons on popcorn, and everything will be fine.
Our producer from Landover, Maryland is Ken London for TV 38. Bruins trying to drive it in, can't do it, and Stevens gets it back. For a clear-in now by Kyprios. May is ridden off. Burridge wheels it to Bork. Bork couldn't quite get it, and the Bruins trying to come out. Burridge gets it. Burridge gives it off to Christian. Christian a shot, and it's wide. A screen shot with Stevens back. Now Stevens winding up. A lost stick there by Rouse, and he's going over to get it or be replaced, and the Bruins, Bork able to clear it in. Poulin forechecking, and the Caps break it out. And the pass connected for Kyprios. Trying to cut through the defense, broken up. With a follow-up by May. May hit by Poulin. Behind the net, fought for. Up the boards, Gould can't get it. Painter keeps it in. Now behind the net, May battling, trying to move it near the net. Moe pokes it back in the corner. Galley up to Gould. Gould out with it. Clearing in wide of Liut. Hustling in is Carter on Sheehy. Now Painter starts it out. He's one of those Baltimore players for Terry Murray. Puck cleared over the Boston line. Bork takes it and fires it out. Painter with it. He's on defense with Sheehy. Peterson, a good hit at center ice on Berglund. Loose puck, Carter. Carpenter. Carter clears it in. Painter starts it back with Berglund. Berglund broken up by Carpenter with a good body check. Loose puck, Peterson. Now Bruins clear it in. Going for it, Neely. Neely and Murray. And Painter is smashed down by Neely. In the corner. Bruins keep it in. Prop wheels right in front, and his shot is wide. Didn't get good wood on it. As he was checked by Sheehy. Bruins battle, keep it in. Janney to the corner. Now to Prop. Prop in deep. Trying to move it in front. Does. Backhander score! Neely! Cam Neely a backhander from Prop and Janney, and the Bruins lead 3-1.
Great second effort by the Bruins, man for man. They had Sheehy second-guessing himself. Cam Neely, Brian Prop, his smart play, shook the body, knew he was going to get hit. Concentrated on the puck, knew Neely was in front, but how Neely got such good wood on the backhand's astounding. Right here, Prop, a little curl back. Right there, Malte is a little bit, he figures he's got him dead to rights, but Neely just shakes Sheehy loose. Mike Liut just can't believe it. Sheehy just let Cam Neely pivot around him. Right here's Neely on the left of your screen, coming in, little turn, gets body position and gets the shot away.
Bruins back to a 2-goal lead. Second goal of the game by Cam Neely. He now has 12 goals, 12 assists, leads Stanley Cup play with total points. Johansson now moves it up to Leach. Now Janney an assist on that is second. Here's a lead for Ridley, bounces in on Moog, and he covers up.
Take the face off.
The goal by Cam Neely. 3-1 Bruins back in a moment.
Well, the first key to this game was let the puck do the work, defense getting it up good. Watch out for that seam pass. The Bruins checking centerman at center ice have certainly done the job there. And the defensive Bruins have been standing up well all series, continue to do so. Keep it up, another 20 minutes.
Leach bringing it back after Galley cleared and the play is offside. Nearing the 3-minute mark of period number 3. Boston leading 3-1. Their first goal by John Carter. Later a power play by Cam Neely in the first period. Nick Kiprio scored for Washington in the second period, the only goal of the second period. And Cam Neely set up by Brian Prop and Craig Janney, making it 3-1. It came at 2:08. Johansson clears in. Langway it is going in with Leach. All out here, and the Bruins get it. Start it back, trying to trap Langway. And into center ice. It is picked up now by Christian. Christian over the line, checked by Ridley, moves it in the cap corner. Burridge in to get it. Can't keep it in. Miller starts it out. And away is Ridley and Leach. Leach holding, shooting, deflected wide as Galley covered that one well. Johansson keeps it in. And the Bruins are going to get some breakouts for sure with the way that cap defense is going. This one will be icing if it makes the goal line. It made the goal line and no icing.
Well, Calle Johansson kind of dogged it getting there, so.
Drews trying to move in on Bork. Bork breaks it up, can't clear it. Bruins get control. And away into center ice. On the right wing side comes Gould. Gould pokes it by Stevens. Rouse wheels it around the boards. Carter in on Hunter. Out to center ice it goes. Drews a pass tipped away by Ray Bork. Picked up by Stevens. Stevens pass. Off the boards, the Bruins break it out. Ray Bork. And Bork just drops it in. Back foot is Courtnall with Carter right on top of him. For the Caps, Hunter trying to come out. Checked by Neely. Gets away from Neely. Gets away from Janney. Works it over the line. On the boards. Checked there. Battling for it. The Bruins dig it out. Janney coming 3-on-2. 4-on-2 with a trailer. Over the line. Drops it across. It goes for Galley. Shot high as he was set up by Neely. 25 feet directly in front. Went over the head. And back comes Courtnall. Over the line. Fires. Save. Andy Moog. As Courtnall plays that from the left wing fairly well open. Neely peels back. He has 2 goals. He's in the center ice. He's over the line. Bruins have been gaining the line all night long. Chopped in now by Janney, and Mike Milbury and Ted Sater on the bench. They want to change on the fly. 5 minutes into the 3rd period, 3-1 Bruins. For the Caps now, Ridley faces a 5-man defense. Sweeney behind the net, trying to wrap up. Miller put a grab on him, and the puck right in front to Rouse, 20 feet away, and his shot is blocked by Moog. He was maybe 12 feet away. He was closer than that. That was Rouse, the defenseman. This is a clear that will be icing according to the signal.
Well, with Washington down a couple of goals, their defense starting to pinch.
3-1 Bruins, back in a moment.
Once again,
Talking to Cam Neely last night about the series, he said, we can play better than we have in 3 games. That's a pretty good statement.
It is. They're playing very sound defensively, and the Bruins can. They're playing very patient, very disciplined hockey. If they have to pick it up, they will.
Bob Sweeney out with Hoggett and Byers. 4th line used by Mike Milbury, and they haven't seen too much action. Bourque is on defense with Peterson. And they forecheck and break it up, and Byers almost able to cut in. Couldn't do it. Stevens finally works it to the red line. The clear in, blocked by Moog as it was on him. Peterson clears it up, but it deflects into the stands, and let's see if it went off Pavanka's stick. They say no. 3-1 the Bruins, back in a moment. And the line out there has Murray at center, Kyprios on the left and May on the right, and Kyprios with the goal. That's the first for this line. That's the first point for any of these players in the entire series, and they haven't all played against the Rangers and the Devils. And they're seeing a lot of ice time. Johansson gets the draw and drills it wide. Langway fires it up, blocked. Langway able to keep it in. Bourque almost cleared it. May whips it in deep. Moog wheels it up the left wing boards. Potter trying to move it out. Kept in by Johansson. Into the Boston corner again. Bourque there. Quick turn up. Pass out for Carpenter, and he clears it. Bruins fight for it. Carpenter trying to break. And Gould able to clear it in. And what a superb game Gould has played. Missing a couple of games with a knee injury.
It's the time off and conditioning. Bob Gould, hard game.
Johansson rushes over the line. Wheels it around. Puts it in front. And it's deflected wide. Bruins break it out. Gary Galley looking for Carter. Doesn't work, but rides in on the boards. 13:20 left, 3rd period. A long clear to the Boston line. Caps weren't organized, and Galley gets it, and Wesley flips it back in. Janney on with Prop and Neely. Prop into forecheck. And the Caps work it around the boards, but stopped by Galley. That's the good forechecking. Janney tries to steal it, can't. Puck floats up to Wesley. Galley in the center ice to Janney. Wheels, breaks with Neely. Over the line with Prop. Gives it a Prop. Can't get it. Chases it to the boards. Drops it for Janney. Janney can't find anybody free. He's checked on the play. Stevens starting back. Into center ice. Ridley pokes it free. Over the line. Looking for Courtnall. It's intercepted by Bourque. Bourque clears it out and breaking with it. Janney and Neely. Good break here. Quick pass. And Neely couldn't get it. Prop fights to keep it in. It deflects out to center ice. Bourque, Don Sweeney with it. But now Hunter gets it. Hunter hit from behind, taken down by Neely. And they yell. You can hear the fans.
They want to jump in there.
They want to, don't touch Hunter. 8 minutes into the 3rd period. Batted around on the boards. Got a break over the line. Here comes Burridge. He's wide. He's alone. Goes deep. Still battling for it. Wheels around. In the zone. Looks for Poulin. Can't get it. Peterson just able to keep it in. Gives it to Burridge for a shot. That's wide. That was Poulin who shot it wide. Back to Peterson again. Tees it up. Deflected high over the head of Liut. And he's able to get it off the backboards and tie it up. Bruins lead it 3-1 at Landover, Maryland. An assist on the Caps goal goes to Rouse instead of Ridley, so it's Kyprios from Leach and Rouse. And I can't believe that the Caps are listed without a shot on net in this period. Courtnall drilled one left wing side. Here's Peterson keeping it in. Screen shot wide of Liu. And Rouse in tight on Moog. But up on the board. Great play by Peterson there to knock it away at the Boston blue line. Driven back in by Johansson. The long rebound. Bruins can't clear it out. Langway able to keep it in. Into the corner. Hunter. Quick drop pass off in front for Drews. Knocked away. Christian covers. Clears. Langway with it. After him, Poulin. Now Drews able to get it. Can't clear it in. It struck Morrell, the referee, and bounced for Boston. Peterson. A quick clear out. Icing the call.
Kind of a cheap icing. That was an intended pass.
We're almost halfway through the period, and it says 11 shots, Washington. That's what they had at the end of 2 periods. They haven't had many, but Courtnall had a thrust down the left wing side, and Rouse in tight, but the faceoff now called to the left of Andy Moog.
I think Courtnall's shot went off the side of the net. Not giving a Moog a save.
They list 1 shot for Boston. 1 shot for Boston, none for the Caps. 9 minutes played in the 3rd period. That's got to be an NHL record.
You got more Boston fans here than you can shake a stick at. From Southie, the Bayside Club, are here. Their banner, connection to the cup.
Malte is at left wing, Pavanka at center, Berglund on the right wing. Malte called up from Baltimore. They've been eliminated in the American Hockey League. And the draw is for Sheehy. The shot blocked. Bruins break it up. 2-on-1. Carter coming. Carter trying to break in. Checked by Stevens and taken down on the play. Marvelous defensive play by Scott Stevens as Carter tried to bear in. He scored the first goal. Pavanka is back with Berglund. Pass over the line. Checked in deep. Pavanka puts it in front. Intercepted by Bork, and the Bruins break it out. Gould drops it over the Caps line. Sheehy now. Up for Pavanka, cleared in. Caps are changing up, so there's plenty of time for Don Sweeney to get it to Hoggood, who set up one of Neely's goals in deep. It is Langway trying to move it out. Hoggood trying to chop it in. Can't do it. Leach is out with Courtnall. Broken up. Don Sweeney steals it. 2-on-1 for Boston. Here comes Hoggood. Fires, and Langway got a piece of it. With the score 3-1 Bruins. We'll be back in a moment. 4 Caps broke, led by Leach and Courtnall. What a play Don Sweeney made.
Well, I don't panic type of play. Nothing but white jerseys around him. Little sidestep left and right, calmed the puck down and sent John Carter away. Great recovery by Scott Stevens. What a quality player he is for the Caps.
Carpenter on the faceoff gets a shot, and it goes wide as he stick handle right in. Gould fights to keep it in. At the point, Galley shot wide. Bruins forecheck. Caps up for Drews. Check. Drews gets it back from Miller into the corner. Forced wide behind the net. They put it in front. A quick shot and a score by Hunter. Hunter alone in front. Makes it 3-2 as he scores for the Caps with 9:33 left.
Denny Morrell let the holding on John Carter's stick go. In the replay, you'll see John Carter could have gotten to this puck. Watch the holding on the side of you, and the right side of your screen. There's the hold. John Carter can't get loose. Drews comes around the side of the net.
Hunter scores.
Hunter Pavanka. Now watch Hunter right there holding Carter's stick. He can't get to the puck. Morrell saw that, lets it go. Then he gets a goal out of it. Denny Morrell blew that play big time. What a mistake by Morrell.
John Drews setting up Hunter, and now it is 3-2 with 9:30 left. And that is listed as the first shot by the Caps in the 3rd period.
Dale Hunter gets his 4th goal of the playoffs.
4th overall series goal for Dale Hunter. Also an assist to Miller.
At 10:27.
10:27 the time. Ray Bork Up to Janney. Janney flips it in. Softly, Prop hustling in. Rouse trying to come out. And it's out to Druce. Druce wraps it around the boards. Bork can't clear it. It's back in the Boston corner. Bork there. Tries around the boards. Prop clears it out. Now Johansson for the Caps. Driving in, Moog gives it off now to Poulin. Poulin races out into center ice. Puck is cleared in by Neely. Lines are changing. Quick changes by both coaches. It's clear by the Caps. Rouse is not icing, and Peterson trying to clear it out. Stopped by Langway. Langway's shot blocked in front. Deflects for Burridge. Burridge able to get it out of the zone, and Johansson drives it back in. Peterson starts it out. A clear up by Don Sweeney. Poulin battling Langway. Cleared away to Leach. Over the line for Portnoy. A shot. The save by Andy Moog. Burridge starts back. Poulin. 3-on-3. Poulin clears it in. Back for it is Painter. Around the boards. The Caps able to collect. And away comes Ridley. Ridley firing in. Carpenter trying to move it out. Bruins move it up to Burridge. And
Delayed
offside. Delayed offside on the Caps. Bruins 3, Caps 2, 7:31 left in the third period. And the faceoff coming up outside the Boston line. The Caps with 2 shots. The Bruins with 1 in this, the third period. Cam Neely has 2 goals. John Carter 1. Kyprios and Hunter scoring for the Caps. Total shots are 16 Boston, 13 for Washington. Bork is on with Don Sweeney. Away from Pervanka. Carpenter out to center ice, and Gould wraps it in. Carpenter, Gould, and Carter at the Boston line. Stevens clearing out. Will be icing is the signal from Moog. And confirmed by Kevin Collins on a faceoff in the Cap zone with 7:05 left here in the third period. If the Bruins win, of course, they await the outcome of the Chicago-Edmonton series, tied at 2. Edmonton coming through with a 4-2 victory at Chicago Stadium last night. Mike Milbury behind the Boston bench. Down there with him is Ted Sater, and in the press box, Gordie Clark. Waiting for the faceoff now to the right of Mike Liut. Carpenter out there with Gould and Carter. Don Sweeney and Ray Bork. Hunter and Carpenter. To Johansson. Stevens. Check. Carter couldn't sweep it in front for a quick backhander. He forechecks. Don Sweeney trying to keep it in. It's knocked outside the line. Now tapped back in by Carter. Stevens winding up. Bruins have had 2 power plays. The Caps 1. Bruins 1 for 2. Druce drives it in. Bork first on it. Up the boards and out. And a breakaway hit. Janney coming with Prop. And the pass too far ahead of Prop. Janney trying to gauge his speed on that 2-on-1 break. Miller in the corner. Breaks it out now. Picking up Druce. Clears it in. Moog out of the net. Up for Prop. Outside the line. Brought back by Washington. And offside. 6:11 left here in the third period.
That also could have been an intentional offside. They're not calling that in the playoffs.
On the pass, Janney for Prop. Was it Janney just too far in front of him? That would be a rarity for him. Or
No,
was it Prop not coming hard enough?
No, what it was, he tried to cut it, and he got a little bit too much wood on it. He wanted to lay it softer than he did. He didn't want to lead him that much. But when you tend to open the blade of the stick up in the body, where Janney's body position was, just put a little bit too much on it. Didn't get the blade underneath the puck enough to loft it into the air. Now watch him when he tries to just get it over the stick. He tries to cut it. Boom, just a little bit too much. A little harder than he wanted it to go.
The Poulin line is out there for Boston. That's Christian and Burridge. Caps trying to move in, can't. Knocked away from Leach, and Burridge back. Drops it in the Washington zone. We're under 6 minutes left in the third period. 3-2 Boston. Bruins have led all the way. What a big goal by Hunter. Behind the net, Wesley trying to clear it out with Burridge. Burridge gets it out, and he can't set up Christian. Or maybe one of those 2-on-1s. Courtnall clears it back in. Cotton drop by Moog, not on net. Wesley the clear out. Bounces for Poulin. Poulin back for Burridge. Burridge, a shot, a save. Liudi put that on. Christian keeps it in. Rouse now trying to move it out. Leach clearing. A spinning puck so it doesn't make that goal line, and icing. Bork with Pavanka on him. Able to clear it away with a second forechecker deep. Malte in the corner on Bork. They battle. Don Sweeney picks it up. Don Sweeney broken up on the play, and Pavanka's shot is blocked by Bork. Bruins sweep it around and not out. Drive by Johansson, blocked in front. He gets it again, closes, holds, goes behind the net, trying to stuff it in. Can't do it. And Bork is just able to clear it out. 4:38 left, third period. Stevens starts it back at a good play now for Hunter. Hunter taken down on the play. And they're looking for a call. There is none. Puck bounces into the Boston corner again. Galley trying to clear it out. Up the boards. Sheehy is pinched in. He gets it. Right point. Shot. Blocked. Bounces behind the net. Druce with it. Checked on the play. Galley fell down. Trying to clear it out. Kept in by Sheehy. His shot deflected over the net. The long rebound. Kept in by Langway. Now back Druce. Shot. Blocked wide. Galley trying to clear it out. Gould chops it up. Not out. And injured players in a collision. Off to the right. Could be Gould.
No, it looks like Gary Galley.
Galley hurt.
Hunter's going to the penalty box.
Slashing. 3:54 left. Hunter for slashing.
Boy, you don't want to lose Gary Galley.
Well, no further comments on Hunter.
No. We've said enough.
Jim Narrigan checking him. Is it his left arm, wrist? He seems to be trying to flex it.
It goes. You get the hard enough slash on it, and the heel of the blade gets you.
It is his left
arm. Looks like his thumb.
3:54 left. Bruins will be on a power play. Boston 3, Washington 2. Back in a moment. And now for the replay. Let's see what happened.
It looks like it's across the top of...
Oh, look at that.
A vicious one.
Two hands. Stick knot on the ice. A real two-hander. Right on that left arm.
There's Hunter sitting there acting innocent as can be.
And Jim Narrigan now.
Well, it seems to want to stretch, which is good. He can move his fingers back and spread them. Now he's just checking for a small bone break. A lot of little bones in your hand. Hopefully none of them were broken. That's not really conclusive.
Over the line comes Janney. Janney stopped by Langway. And Stevens able to clear it out. The Caps will have 1:54 left after this Boston power play. Cam Neely with 2 goals tonight. Now Janney trying to move it out. And the Caps are able to keep it in. Miller checked on the play.
Washington's got to go for it. They just can't kill this. Sit and kill it.
Brian Propp starts it back now with Wesley. Wesley off for Bork. Bruins being very careful. Wesley over the line. He's broken up. And back comes Drews for a shot blocked by Mold. The rebound missed by Berglund. Last back comes Janney with Bork. Goes deep on Sheehy. Fell down though. Bounces in front. Neely couldn't get it. Net
Janney got the
dislodged.
stick in the face.
Janney is down.
Sheehy chopped him.
And a timeout for Craig Janney. There is no call on this play.
No.
With 2:48 left in the third period.
Watch Sheehy now. Janney tries to cut back. There's the slash in the face. Not Sheehy's fault. I mean, he wasn't expecting Janney's face to be down there. He tried to keep his stick down, but stick in the face is regardless still supposed to be a penalty. And he's bleeding.
And a busy night for Jim Narrigan. They took Bob Beers out on a stretcher.
He has confirmed a broken leg.
Craig Janney back up. 2:48 left in the third period. And the faceoff is called outside the cap line. And the Bruins very, very conservative on this power play. They have the lead 3-2. Time running out. Hunter in the penalty box. You have to wonder about the psyche of Dale Hunter. That slash was a flagrant one, but he maybe felt that he could get away with it. And obviously it was seen by Morrell and called. That very few penalties called, and this wouldn't be called late in the game with Washington losing.
Well, the Janney incident, that's supposed to be a mandatory call. Control of your stick at all times.
Christian breaks it out. Fires in. Burridge hustles in. Power play for Boston. Poulin trying to make the play. Check behind the net. Christian in to get it. Christian holding. His pass too hard for Burridge. Kept in by Poulin. Blocked by Stevens and cleared. 18 seconds. The Caps get Hunter out. And the clock winding down. 2:07 left. Third period. Burridge starts back. Over the line. Lost it. Poulin clears in. And into the stands. A face-off call. Back to Boston, where Gene Levanchi is standing by to fill us out on tonight's postgame show.
All right, Fred, thank you very much. After the game, should the Bruins hold on to win, Derek Sanderson will make his way down to the Bruins dressing room for some postgame interviews. Also, we'll have the presentation of the Wales Conference Trophy, and we'll set the scenario for the Stanley Cup Finals. John Pearson will also return with his thoughts. Now, for the remaining moments of tonight's game, let's return to the Cap Center in Landover, Maryland, with Fred Cusick and Derek Sanderson. Gentlemen.
And the situation, 1:52 left. The Caps are back at full strength. You hate to do promos like that, but you want to do them. It is 3-2, and Dale Hunter has been quite a villainous character in this series, right down to the closing minutes. He scored the goal to make it 3-2, so there's 1:52 left now. Boston with 2 goals by Cam Neely, 1 by John Carter. Gary Galley has not come back. Took a 2-handed slash from Hunter. So Ray Bork, and a lot of delays, no timeout here, but Washington trying to get organized. We'll keep an eye on Mike Liut. And they have Hunter out there. Carpenter on the faceoff. In the Cap zone. Wesley and Bork on defense. Neely right wing, Gould left wing. And Bob Gould has been a welcome addition. Back to Bork. Elects to drive it in on the boards. Caps trying to clear it out. Stopped by Gould and wheeled right back in. Seconds ticking away. 1:40 left. Third period. 3-2 Boston. Juice connects. And on the left wing comes Courtnall over the line on Bork. Trying to put it in front. It goes wide. Behind the net, Bork there. Around the boards. Can't move it out. Johansson kept it in. Bork again. Trying to make the play. Tied up behind the net. Now he pokes it around. And the Bruins, Carpenter able to tip it out with help from Gould. 1:15 left. Liut stays in there. Stevens with Neely forechecking. Caps start back. Poulin broke it up. Center ice. And clears over the Cap line. Big play. Poulin on Ridley there. Puck cleared over the Boston line. 1 minute left. And Gary Galley is indeed back. And that's good news. Fails to clear it out. Puck kept in by Leach. And a delayed call, the offside, the Caps. There are 52 seconds left, and Liut has gone to the bench. And the faceoff is outside the Boston blue line. Boston leads 3-2, 52 seconds away from winning 4 straight over the Caps and winning the Wales Conference. Terry Murray behind the bench. And maybe a timeout here by Washington and
Timeout.
Terry Murray.
Boston.
Timeout Boston. Mike Milbury calls the timeout now with 52 seconds left. Liut is out of there. And it comes right down to the wire. In this third period, the Caps got 3 shots. The Boston Bruins, 2. Back in the goal. The puck is cleared to the Washington zone. Liut started out, has to go back. Poulin knocked it down there. Johansson with it. Johansson starting out. Liut heads for the bench. Poulin checking the play. Up at the Boston line, broken up by Prop. A soft clear away. 34 seconds left. 3-2 Boston. Johansson chased by Poulin, now starts it out. 27 seconds left. This could be icing. Deflects down into the corner. No, he's saying, Morel says Moe got a piece of it and tipped it into the crowd. The faceoff will be to the right of Andy Moe. That clear by Washington was made from the Washington side of the red line and might have set up an icing call. And now Boston taking their time, moving out with a faceoff to the right of Moog. Liut is out. 3-2 Boston. Stevens, Johansson, Portnoy, Hunter, Ridley, and Druce. Dave Christian, the ex-Capital, will take the faceoff with Hunter. Wins it, back deep. Bork, up the boards. Bruins can't chop it out. It is kept in, blocked. Johansson, a screen shot, blocked in front by Bork. Clears it off on the corner. Neely there, pinched on the boards. It's up to Christian, he clears it out. That will do it. It is down to the Cap end. 4, 3, 2, 1. The Bruins have beaten the Caps 4 straight. They salute Andy Moe. Jubilant Mike Milbury behind the Boston bench, along with Ted Sater. Cam Neely in the midst of the celebration for the Boston Bruins with 2 goals tonight. He leads all scorers in Stanley Cup play. And the loyal Washington fans give their team a cheer, but it was Boston never-headed in this one and winning it 3-2. Gary Galley, we saw return to action after taking the slash from Hunter. Bob Beers, though, out. And Mike Milbury walks out and joins the celebration with the rest of the Bruins. And now, of course, the teams will line up at center ice. And we have congratulations all around. Andy Moe leading the Bruins. And what a tremendous series he's had as Boston swept the Capitals 4 straight to win the Wales Conference and enter the finals against either Edmonton or Chicago for the Stanley Cup. And that one's still undetermined, even at 2 games apiece.
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few minutes,
And there will be the presentation of the Wales Conference Trophy. Gil Stein, Vice President of the National Hockey League. and shown to the fans on the big screen here at center ice. Take place in a studio in the Cap Center area. And so the Boston Bruins are on their way to the Stanley Cup Finals. The final score, Boston 3 and Washington 2. Stay tuned for the presentation of the Wales Trophy to the Bruins and Derek Sanderson's locker room interviews.
And Bruins did basically what they had to do in this game 4 tonight. Took care of business, and what they've worked for all season, they've accomplished.
Well, I think, Gene, one of the things I like best about them, they kept everything in focus. They really did through the Hartford Whalers series, the Montreal Canadiens, and against the Washington Capitals. A lot of talk about the body contact and the unnecessary activity that went on, but the Bruins kept the focus on what they needed to do and what they had to accomplish. They felt all along they've had this kind of talent. It was just a matter of proving it, and boy, I tell you, it's a rare treat to be involved with a team that gets into the Stanley Cup Finals, and this will be no exception, Gene, to meet either the Chicago Blackhawks or the Edmonton Oilers.
A lot of people have made a lot of the fact that the Bruins they haven't retaliated, they've had patience, that they haven't taken cheap penalties and things along those lines. Do you agree that that perhaps has been the key for this team, the difference in this team, perhaps compared to teams past, that they haven't retaliated, that they have had patience, that they haven't got themselves into situations with stupid penalties?
Well, I think, Gene, I'd have to preface that by saying that I think the game is changing. We've talked about this before, you and I, in terms of how the overall game is going, and it's becoming less and less of this kind of Hunter stuff and the Chelios kind of thing, and I think that the players have removed that from their minds somewhat, and when you do that and go out and play hockey and you win, you suddenly realize, hey, we don't need that. We don't need to do that. We don't need to retaliate. The problem with retaliation is that your ego is hurt. When somebody bashes you and you say, gee, I got the old American spirit, I got to go out and beat that guy up. Well, you really don't have to. What you do is you tell them they look at the scoreboard, and that's enough. And that's what the Bruins are good at.
All right, John, thank you very much, and we'll get back for more with you in just a minute. Right now, though, we are going to send you back out to the Cap Center in Landover, Maryland for the presentation of the Prince of Wales Conference Championship Trophy.
Along with the alternate captain, Cam Neely, and Craig Janney is somewhere. There he is. Gil, you have a presentation.
Absolutely. Ray, Cam, Craig, the entire team, the coaches, Mike. It gives me great pleasure on behalf of the National Hockey League and the Prince of Wales Conference to award this trophy, which you've earned, and to tell you that we look forward to, all of us in hockey look forward to a very exciting Stanley Cup Finals, and we wish you nothing but the best.
Sir, man. Thank you very much. It's really been a total team effort. You won this series just like we won the whole year, playing good, strong defense from the goaltender all the way out, really taking care of our end and coming through with some big goals. And, really, Bruins are not just 1 or 2 or 3, 4 guys, 20 guys every time going out there doing the job.
Ray, your team got better as the series moved along. How much better can you get?
Well, I think we could get better, and I think we will. I think 3 steps and 1 more step to go, and I think that, a lot of guys are on a mission here, and we're hungry, and, we want to win it all.
In '88, you were in the Stanley Cup Final. You were swept by Edmonton. You've got a different style of team now, one with a lot more discipline, a lot of speed. Again, what do you think will be the difference going into a final this time around?
Well, we don't know if it's Edmonton yet, but, whoever it is, I think we got a better club, and like you said, we got a lot more speed now, and, we're really playing with a lot of confidence, and we're solid in all departments. So I think whoever we meet, it's going to be a great series, and, we're confident, and we're going there to win.
All right, congratulations to you and your complete team. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
This Delta Recap has been brought to you by Delta Airlines. We love to fly, and it shows. We'll be back with more right after this. It's time to announce our Budweiser Player of the Game, and tonight we've selected Cam Neely. He had 2 goals tonight and is the leading scorer in the 1990 NHL playoffs. So Cam Neely, for all you do, this Bud's for you. Conference champions. They complete the sweep of the Washington Capitals 3-2, the final score tonight. Let's send you back to the Cap Center in Landover, Maryland, where Derek Sanderson is standing by with Boston Bruins general manager Harry Sinden. Derek?
Thank you, Gene. With me, General Manager Harry Sinden. Harry, now, you don't get to play, right? And you are an intricate part of this hockey club. The players that you got are the ones that do it.
You bet they are. And they always have been.
Yeah.
I mean, it's played between the boards, and you can't run out of bounds in this game, and we don't do that. And I'm not only proud of this team, I'm grateful to them because they looked at themselves and said, hey, there's a couple of teams supposed to be better than us. Let's go to work here and see what we can do and as a team. And they've developed into one heck of a team. They really have because all of them play. They all play. They all contribute. Yeah. We've got our star players. We know that. But unless we have every one of them, we can't win. But we generally get every one of them. And that's why I'm grateful to them. They're good.
And you got to be pretty happy with the coaching staff that they've done for you this year.
Well, the reason they do what they do is because of the coaching staff.
Yeah.
I mean, you take your direction from them, you take your philosophy, you take your attitude, you take your thinking, and hey, it's just been great. Now in '88, we did the same thing, and we just, Mike is in there now making sure that this is not the end of the season for the Boston Bruins, and he's in there making sure they understand it.
I think it's a big accomplishment to win the Prince of Wales, but it's the Stanley Cup what everybody's after.
Well, that's the big one, and sure, it's an accomplishment. It's an accomplishment to win the league in the regular season. It's an accomplishment to win the first round, but it's not the end.
No.
It's not the end, and unless I really misread this group of players and people, they understand that.
4 left.
Well, 4 to win. It might take 7 to do it.
All right, we'll be back right after this. Thank you, Harry.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, Guy. Okay, with me, Craig Janney, the playmaker. Craig, a very successful start so far.
Oh, it sure is. We played solid hockey every game and just got better as it went along. The series, I know it's tough for them. They were missing 2 of their top players, and you gotta take that into account when you're missing 2 main cogs like them. It's tough, but hey, we'll take it. We're on our way. We're gonna get a little rest, and then we're gonna see what we can do in the finals.
CJ, you're moving the puck like a magician out there, and it's something that really you're gonna get an awful lot of concentration, an awful lot of body work. They're trying to take the body on you. It's pretty tricky. Dodge a lot of that.
Well, that's what they're trying to do, and what I'm trying to do is get the puck to Cam and Brian because you know what they can do with it. As by seeing tonight, Cam deposits 2, Brian playing really well, and hey, we're just happy to be where we are, and we're just ready to roll.
Great job, too. You get the Prince of Wales out of the way, Craig. Now, Stanley Cup.
Now it's time for the biggie, Tarek. Let's get it.
All right, we'll be back right after this.
Studio, joined again by John Pearson. And John, earlier Derek was talking with Harry Sinden, and if you're going to give anybody some credit for the success of this Boston Bruins season, Harry certainly deserves a lion's share of that credit for his acquisitions early in the year of Bobby Gould, for picking up Gould, also picking up Dave Christian in the trade for Bobby Joyce, and then later on Dave Poulin and Brian Propp from Philadelphia.
I think there are some people who might think Harry Sinden should spend some time in jail for pilfering.
Yeah. Bobby Clark, one of them, no doubt.
Yeah, and Cam Neely from Vancouver, a tremendous acquisition. But I think if you look back on Harry Sinden's career as general manager with the Boston Bruins, he has made some trades which have really helped the Bruins along through the many years that he has been in that position. And I think this year may be capped off with the great coaching that they have received. This has been a fantastic year, and I think the key players surfacing now are Andy Moog from Edmonton, Cam Neely from Vancouver, and Brian Propp and Poulin. Not to take anything away from the other players like Craig Janney, but there are some pretty good hockey players in that group I mentioned, and they all came from various routes, not out of the Bruins system.
That's right. Well, we'll be talking more with you in just a second, John. Right now, I understand we're set to go back once again to Derek Sanderson, who is in the Boston Bruins locker room at the Cap Center. So once again, let's go back out to Derek. Derek?
All right, thank you, Gene. I'm with the semi-naked Cam Neely. Cam, tremendous season. You took it out into the playoffs, and you've been just carrying the banner terrific.
Thanks, Derek. I don't know if I should stand a little farther away from you now or what. It was great. I mean, a lot of us have been here before a couple years ago, and it's a great feeling, but we certainly have something else to accomplish. I think a lot of us were satisfied getting to this point, and this year is certainly a different year for us.
Well, you got to know that what it takes. I mean, I think I was with the club too, and I said to myself, geez, it's great to be in the finals, but that experience itself's got to help you now.
Oh, no question. I mean, you know, we all learned a lot from being in the finals, you know, a couple years ago, and I think it's going to work for us. We got home ice advantage this year, and that's going to help us. Everybody back in Boston is going to be all wired up, I imagine. So we're all looking forward to it this year. I mean, we got a great feeling, we got a great team, and you know, it's going to be very exciting for us.
I'll tell you, this hockey club is an exciting hockey club, and I think it's a good one. I think you can win it.
Well, we got a good shot at it. There's no question. I mean, it's the best team I've been on by far. Play with a lot of discipline. We play with a lot of team effort, and that goes a long way, and it's going to take us even further.
Mal, you're the best right winger I've ever seen.
Oh, thanks, Derek. Thank you.
All right. Okay, Gene, back to you.
Derek, thank you very much. Now, the Bruins will have some time off either until Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, depending on what happens in the Campbell Conference Final. Let's take a look now at the possible scenarios, depending on the outcome of that series. This series will at least go to 6 games. Now, Boston could be hosting Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals Tuesday the 15th if Chicago or Edmonton wins that series in 6 games. Game 1 will be at the Garden on the 15th. That's next Tuesday. Game 2 would be on Friday the 18th. And then on Sunday the 20th and Tuesday the 22nd away, either in Chicago or Edmonton. Now, if the other series goes 7 games, then the Boston Bruins would host Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final against either Edmonton or Chicago on Friday the 18th. And then it would be an every other day situation through the rest of the series. Game 2 Sunday the 20th, and then they go away on Tuesday and Thursday of the following week, the 22nd and the 24th. So, simply put, if the series between Chicago and Edmonton goes for 6 games, Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final will be at the Boston Garden Tuesday. If that series goes 7 games, Game 1 would be at the Boston Garden on Friday the 18th. And John, if you had to pick Chicago or Edmonton, which team would you rather see the Bruins face?
Well, that's a very tough question, Gene, to answer. And very quickly, I think the difference between the two teams is speed. Edmonton has much more speed than either the Bruins or Chicago. Chicago plays more like the Bruins. It's going to be a lot of body checking with the Blackhawks and the Bruins by both teams. On the Edmonton side of the coin, it'll be the Bruins that will have to do the body checking to slow down that Edmonton speed because they have more speed than any team in the National Hockey League at this stage.
Either way, an exciting few weeks.
Oh, it's going to be fabulous, Gene, no matter who they play. This is going to be one whale of a Stanley Cup Final.
All right, John, and we will see you when we resume with our coverage in Game 3, whenever that may be. Once again, the final score tonight, the Boston Bruins completing the sweep of the Washington Capitals with a 3-2 win to capture the Wales Conference Championship. Now, the Bees, of course, await the winner of Chicago-Edmonton series, and again, the length of that series and when the Bruins start the Stanley Cup Finals will be determined on how